Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and it is Thursday. It's a lot of people's Friday, okay? Because tomorrow is the 4th of July holiday weekend kicks off. Now, I'm off today and tomorrow, okay? So praise the Lord for that. I woke up a little early this morning, and that's when I get on these early lives, y'all. If I just so happen to get up early, can't go back to sleep, turn that down, and can't go back to sleep, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get on up because, hey, it's not doing anything me getting back into the bed, okay? But welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure y'all hit the like button and let everyone know that we are live, okay? We are in for some laughs on this morning, okay? Now, y'all know that the Diddy trial has pretty much kind of come to a semi-end because we're not at the full end of this thing until after the sentencing hearing, okay? But as far as the trial, the evidence being presented, the jury coming up with a verdict, all of that part has taken place. Micah, turn that down. If you have not heard, Diddy was not guilty on sex trafficking and the RICO charges. He was found guilty on transportation to engage in the prostitution charges. Okay. Now, yesterday, they thought that Diddy was going to be released, okay, and get a chance to go home because he was acquitted of the serious charges. Okay, he must have had that private jet waiting or plane ticket waiting. They probably had made some reservations at the Red Lobster or Roots Chris or whatever their taste is for everyone to go and celebrate. Well, that was brought to a halt, okay, when the judge said no, bond is denied, okay? Now, Diddy, now I've never heard of a situation, but I've also told y'all that he thinks he's above, okay, the law above everything, okay? He's this grand person. Well, he wanted to when the judge did not give him his way, y'all. He told his lawyer, Mark, to tell the judge to he wanted to speak to him in private. Oh my God, I really want to know what he wanted to say because I guess he thought that this was like the outside world where you can like talk to people and kind of do like he did that security guard at that hotel to kind of get the tape or whatever, kind of sweet talk them. I don't know if he wanted to sweet talk the lawyer, but the lawyer was like, no, okay. I said bond is denied. The lawyer got his bags, everything, and left and went home. Okay, so Diddy had to say goodbye, and y'all, the way it was worded on, I know CNN, Charlie, was like a whole movie, the end of a movie. He's wishing everyone well, be strong. I love you, Mom. I love you. Okay. And then they had to get on the van and go home without Diddy. Diddy had to go back to the cell and await his sentencing hearing, which is currently scheduled for October 8th, which is a long time from now. Okay. Now, they do have this special remote hearing that is going to take place next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and they're going to discuss possibly moving the sentencing hearing up sooner. Okay, so that will take place on next Tuesday. Let's see who we have here. I know I kind of gave an opening first before we get into some things. Good morning, Kay Brown is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining and for being first in the building. Also, y'all, if you would hit the like button, that is for free. Let everyone know we are live. And also, if you would like to purchase a coffee for your girl on this morning, that coffee link is pinned at the top. Also, other ways to support this channel would be to send a super sticker, super chat, or a cash app, which is scrolling on the screen below. Hey, is it Trey? Good morning. Thank you for joining. Hey, Nita, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, sis. Good morning, Brittany. Hey, Brittany, good morning. Welcome. No more drama is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis. Hi, let's see. Yes, Nita, bribery. Okay. We knew he was capable of that. Can't do that with the judge, not this judge. Okay. Hey, Cancer 66, good morning. Yeah, you can't do that with this judge. And so, I have a petty side to me. Okay, I do have a petty side. And so yesterday, I just wanted to clarify because I was on another panel, y'all. They were about to eat me up. I know Nita was over there. I was like, I think they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. So let me say it on my own channel. I was like, man, they're about to eat me up over here on this channel. I got to clarify what I meant. Okay, Brittany said, are you serious? He really thought he was going to be able to talk to the judge privately? Yes. His head is that big, y'all. I'm telling, no one believes me. Okay, that man does not think that he is supposed to get the same treatment as every other human being. Okay, money or not, sir, you are right now, you are still guilty. Okay. uh, your money can't move this judge. Your sweet talk, I don't think it can move this judge. And the judge is not going to give you preferential treatment because you are Diddy. Okay, sir. He said bond denied. We'll talk about it more on the sentencing next week. Okay, what part are you not understanding? Okay. Good morning, Nia. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Nita say yes, they were messing with you, and I know it was funny though, because I know a lot of them, and I know it's all in fun and stuff like that. So it was funny. But I said, let me order my wings and chill my nerves, because y'all got my nerves on another level. Okay. Hi, Kathleen. Good morning. Nita said, I understand your point. You can't trust what he could do. Right. So what I was saying, y'all, basically goes back to the grandeur of this guy, his big head. Okay. Now, yesterday I was saying when he did all of that clapping, pumping everyone up, I was not saying not to be happy. I would be thankful, because I said that on my live yesterday morning. I said, well, woo, he needs to be thanking God that he dodged a bullet, because that I would take possibly 10 to 20, Alex, over life. Okay. So I did bring that up. Yes, we do want to be grateful and happy. So I was not saying that no one should be thanking God or praising God or being happy. Okay. What I was saying is the grandeur of this man thinking he just got away, that he's so innocent. He's standing up, applauding. He wants this applause from the gallery. I was seeing it like that. Like, sir, be humble, sit down, wait for the court to, let's move it along. Because what they will do, the judge will hit that gavel and say, order in the court. Now, you can do that after court is adjourned and things like that, of course. But it was more so, and someone commented, I forgot who it was, under my post yesterday, and they worded it like in the way I was trying to get it across. And I was like, you're like the only one that has said something that was close to what I was trying to say, right? I don't trust what he would do if he got out. I'm going to be honest. Even someone brought up a good point. I was watching a video this morning. Even when he knew the government was watching him, y'all, he was still doing stuff. The thing with Jane Doe, when he dragged her, that happened after the Cassie tape came out and all of that. He was still doing it. Okay, he was still, they said the day he got arrested in New York, they found all kinds of drugs in his hotel room. So it wasn't like, oh, he knows that he could possibly get into trouble. He's going to lay low. He didn't lay low then. He didn't lay low when he knew they were coming after him. because he has this false sense of I am bigger and better. In my opinion, this is just my opinion about that. And so, also the petty side of me was justice for Biggie, Tupac, Kim Porter. Yeah, I know he was not on trial for that. It has not been proven, but the petty side of me said, I don't care. Karma does not tell you how it's going to come back to you. Okay, go ahead and sit in that jail cell for the stuff that you did do. Even the Cassie video. Yes, he wasn't on trial for that. I get it. I know. Okay, but go ahead and sit down, sir. At some point, you got to be humble. They said and that goes for all of us. Okay, so I'm not putting this in a seat of judgment, but also at the same time, he's so used to getting his way and not having to face any consequences. And so what happened was at the end of that thing, y'all, it was so funny when he had to go back and the judge was final on what he said. They said his eyes got big and his mouth widened, like he was literally shocked. He was literally shocked. He has never had to go through this. That's why he's shocked. Like, you gonna make me face a consequence? I gotta sit this out? Yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir. You do. You'll get your chance for sentencing, and they'll probably give him something easy or light. Well, for now, yeah, you do. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. Also, let me just say this live is for educational entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Nita said, but it would have been odd to give him bond this early. People were upset. Right, they were. Hey, Rosie, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate your support. Let's see. Hey, Kay. She said this was the BS case. It was big on media, but weak on paper. I agree. I don't think they prosecuted him to get a conviction. They wanted to humiliate him. I can see that. I can see that. Hi, Sophia boy. Welcome. We're gonna get into I'm not beef. Oh, is that Soldier? I'm sorry, Soldier boy. I'm not beefing. We're gonna talk about some content creator beef that y'all was on display surrounding this Diddy trial. Oh my God. It was a lot going on. Okay, Nita said they're using other prisoners' phones, but I get the petty side. I feel he's responsible for those laws. Yes, thank you, Nita. Okay, that was where I was coming from. Look, sit it out, sir. You may have gotten away with this stuff. Okay, but sir, it's other stuff that you thought you got away with that you're about to sit down for right now. That's how I look at it. Okay. But yes, in all seriousness, on the serious side, now I told you I have a serious side and more of the lost side, that mentality. Yeah, I do think it was an overreach on some things. The evidence for a lot of that just was not there. Okay. We're just being honest. It wasn't there. We can't hold him accountable for stuff that he has not been proven guilty on or has been presented into a court of law. Although we may have our own mind to know that there are some things that he was probably behind, he has not been found guilty on it. And so if they didn't fully prove it beyond the shadow of a doubt, reasonable doubt, then hey, it is what it is. We can't really go back into that and try to change the jury's mind. Okay. But him being who he is, give him some time. Now, what the government will do is really, really watch him. Okay. They're going to watch every little thing. I don't know if he understands that. Your life will be under a microscope going forward until he slips up again. Okay. So yeah, that part. All right. So let's get into y'all. It was so much. Tissa Tells was beefing after the verdict. Okay, so y'all, let's get into this content creator beef. Now, I know there is a lot of content creator beef on social media in various sectors. I'm seeing it right now in real time. I was watching some last night in various sectors. Now, what happened with the Diddy trial, there were a lot of content creators and influencers and so forth actually going to the trial every day. They were outside the courtroom, boots on the ground. Shout out, first of all, to all of those influencers, reporters, our favorite content creators that had boots on the ground and that were really bringing it every day to us live, where we could see, behind the scenes, hear what was going on there at the courthouse, putting their eyes and ears there to bring that news to us. Shout out to them because y'all, I know it's not easy getting up every day early because court is early, having to fight that New York traffic, all the people, the crowds, you got to check in, bag check, got to find a seat, whether you're in the courtroom, overflow room, you got homeless people, you got people out there talking crazy to you. I mean, I've seen just the videos of this one lady just out there going crazy, talking crazy to the people. You got to be scared for your life. Pay for hotel rooms, plane tickets, all of that. It can get expensive. So shout out, first of all, to those people that were doing that every day of this trial. It was not just a week. It went longer than a week. Okay. And so, shout out. Hey, good morning. I'm Chosen. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hi, Last Chance. Welcome. He hasn't gotten away with nothing. God has the last say. Yes, God has the last say, and we can't tell God how to give, the repercussions. So we've seen some stuff and know some stuff. Let me just say this to y'all. I didn't have anything personally against Diddy. I don't really know the guy. Okay, I don't have anything personal against him. However, there are some things that over the course of the years that have been brought out. Okay, so yes, I do feel like he's gotten away with some stuff. That's just my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there because that wasn't the whole topic of this live. So yesterday, as we were watching all of this unfold, y'all, there were multiple videos coming out of various content creators getting into it. Now, one content creator called Ratchet TV, okay, he was on live and he was just going around checking out the scene, talking to different people. And one of the people that he came up on was Tissa Tells. Okay, now Tissa Tells has been covering this trial for a while. Okay, she has been covering leading up to the arrest, pre-arrest, all of that. She's been on top of it and really covering this and giving some information. So she's been at the courthouse. A lot of people would gravitate to her lives. Every day she would have like 5 digits, okay, and they're watching, okay, 10,000, 20,000 watching her lives. And so Ratchet TV, while she was live on yesterday, this content creator named Ratchet TV walked kind of up to her, not too close, but you could hear him if you were watching her live. You could hear him in the background. And then if you were watching his live, you could hear what he was saying. Okay. And so I got a little snippet of that yesterday, that interaction on yesterday. And I wanted to first highlight this going back and forth because this is a lot, y'all. I didn't realize all of this stuff was taking place with the content creators. Okay. Now, this is outside of the Diddy stuff. We have a whole other realm of things taking place. I'm just reporting. Okay. So if you are supporters of these content creators, look, join in and just watch with us. Okay. We're not talking about them. We're just watching what they got going on. Because let me tell you, even with the content creator beef that I'm seeing on YouTube, guess where I am? In the bushes. Okay. Some battles I don't get into. Some fights I don't get into. That's between those people. I'm not jumping. What am I jump in it for? That had nothing to do with me. So I'm just a spectator looking at from the outside in. Nita said crazy folks having baby oil parties out there. Oh, Nita, we're going to talk about that because he explained what happened with that, and it wasn't what people thought. Brittany said, Nita, my mouth was wide open watching that. Okay. Hi, Classy Olivia. Welcome to the open book. Thank you for tuning in today. Good morning, Barbie doll. Thank you for joining. Okay, you mean she has been lying all this time? Hey, Tough Media Productions. Well, it's alleged, that's what people are saying. Okay, that there are some lies. Now I'm waiting for someone to tell us what part of what she was saying was lies. Okay. Let's see. Tough Media Productions. I'm convinced she was working for Tyrone, not Tyrone Blackburn. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ratchet TV is a convicted woman beater. Uh-oh. Wow, Barbie doll. I didn't know that. Okay, I need to just say allegedly. I didn't know that part. Wow. See, I know of him, but I haven't followed him. Good morning, Dreamy Girl. Welcome, sis. I didn't know of, know him. Now, I do know Ratchet from I don't know. I covered the Michelle Loud, and some of you may not know who she is, but that's a long story. But I know he did an interview and covered the Michelle Loud case, and that was when I first tuned in because she told us to go over there and check him out because he was doing the interview and kind of covering her story, and so that was my first time knowing of Ratchet TV. I really don't like follow him a whole lot. But yesterday, you really could not help but to see all of this going on because it was in real time. Tissa was live. And it was multiple ones, y'all. Not only was Ratchet TV going after her, but also Gerald Jackson from the NCB was another one of the men going after Tissa Tells when she was live. Okay, so let's look at this first clip of Ratchet TV from his video. And welcome to the open book. Tensions are running high outside of the court, the RICO charge, but hold on, y'all. In this clip, let's watch.
I just went down and called her ass out.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
But she's a liar. She's a liar. You lied. You lied to everybody. You're a fucking liar. Tell them the
Yes,
truth.
I saw that video.
She built her foundation on this shit.
Yeah, off of lies.
Yeah.
And you just missed it. I just called her out.
You called her out?
Yeah, right now. I went down there and did it.
Oh my God, Ratchet, you cannot call out Tissa.
I'll go do it again. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Y'all.
I'll do it again.
Okay, that girl's response had me tripping. She said, Ratchet, no, you didn't call out Tissa Tells, because she knows that Tissa Tells has a lot of supporters that support her. And someone made the Barbie doll. She said, why they mad at Tissa? The hate is real. Yes. Okay. Y'all may have seen Tissa cleans up. I'm gonna be honest on those supers. Her people support her, whether it's memberships, super stickers, super chats. Her numbers are high. Subscribers have skyrocketed, especially since this trial. Yes, that can bring in a whole group of haters. Anytime that's with anyone, not just with Tissa, but anyone. Anytime you're moving up higher and more exposure, get prepared. That comes with the territory. Okay. And so that could potentially be one reason. I don't know what I'm waiting for someone to say what do they believe Tissa lied about. Now, I know that she was convinced and really for sure that he was going to be charged on RICO. Turn that down. That he was going to be charged on RICO. She said that almost every one of her lives. Okay. So I don't know if people started taking that as the Bible because Tissa said it is going to happen. No, she's not on the jury either. Okay. No one really knew for sure what was going to happen until the jury came back. Now, because it didn't happen, of course, people can say, oh, you're lying or she lied. Okay. So I'm waiting still to see who's going to say or give me some of the things that she lied about. I love Tissa, but I'll say she was extremely biased and just couldn't report on the trial fairly. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So that's one point. Hey, Shelly, welcome. Barbie doll says she could be biased. I believe he was definitely guilty. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Dreamy Girl. Hey, Lampo, thank you for joining. Welcome. Let's see. Miss Fat to You says, yes, she was the only blogger, not the biggest blogger with paid security guards. How sway, why she needed or afford 2 security guards. Well, hey, I guess she probably saw that she needed at least one down there because she was probably scared of the people coming the people coming around there, because that one lady was trying to fight people, and I think one day she did get into a fight with someone because they were looking for her, thought she had gotten arrested. Okay, so I probably, if I could afford it, may have had my own security guards. Look, if I was boots on the ground. Okay, I don't know how much she was putting out for that security guard or two, because she did have two, and they were jealous too. No, let me not say that. It could come across as allegedly jealous because Tissa had her own little corner. Okay, y'all gonna notice Tissa's behind her own little gate. Everyone else is like, she had the high rise, they had the apartments. Okay, you get the special VIP little group part right here. This little section by the courthouse. We got to be out here with general admission. Okay, so that could also draw in some people. She used her cute face and played all in people's face. Okay, that's what we're trying to see, classy Olivia. Hey, we are just spectators in this whole beef, because clearly they are there, y'all. This is the thing. We are seeing it from watching, all of their YouTube channels and so forth, but we don't know what's been happening behind the scenes. They're with boots on the ground with all of them there. Like, imagine all of these big CCs, influencers are there. We don't know what's been said, because we're going to see this morning, there was beef between Gerald Jackson from the NCB and Armon Wiggins from back on 2023. Okay, it just started kind of like getting out of control again yesterday. And some people didn't know that they were beefing. So some of this stuff is from other stuff that they had going on behind the scenes. Okay. Barbie said they hate me because she was getting them news spots on Nancy Grace and the cash she was getting. Yeah, and also Armon Wiggins was doing good too, because he was being asked to come onto different shows. Also, Nick at Night, she was on CNN last night. So really, y'all, being there opened up some other opportunities for a lot of them, and I'm happy for them. She's gonna be big, Nancy Grace and CNN. Okay. Tissa tells me telling lies. Uh-oh. Hey, NYC girl, good morning. Hey, Latay, welcome. Yes, y'all hit the like button. It is for free. Girl, yes, I clarified that this morning, what I meant. I just think y'all didn't understand what I meant by that yesterday. So I had to clarify, because y'all about to eat me up over there. I said, well, let me come into the safety of my own channel and clarify what I meant. But no, girl, it was all in fun. They all jealous of Tissa. She's the new Wendy Williams. Uh-oh. I never felt her. She's too ADHD and dizzy for my OCDness. Well, you know what? I did put that in her chat one day under one of her videos when she didn't have the supers going, and she was like really able to go through her story. She focused better. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, during this trial, I was watching her, but then I started shifting over to Armon, because he was like entertaining, telling the commentary. He had notes laid out, going through it, because it was getting very distracting to me too. Miss Fact to you, I'm just being honest. That was just nothing against her, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to hear what it was. And even one of my moms had to tell me one day, look, that's distracting when you stopping speaking to everybody, like keep it going. She did it in a nice way. And I love that constructive feedback, because I don't want it to be like I'm getting too distracted. Hey, good morning, this person, good morning. So then, if I'm not speaking, I'll usually just say good morning to everybody that's coming in, especially if we have a lot of people in the building. They were saying she was an informant for the feds and was doxing the jurors. She had special seating also. Oh, I did hear about an informant. Now, I don't know how true that is. And like I said, if that's not true, Anthony says he thinks that she was a plant. If that's not true, that could be defamation. Now, I don't know how someone would prove that, but I did hear that. Now, I didn't hear about doxing the jurors. Now, one time two that was a little suspect, y'all. Ooh, the comments. Okay, I'm gonna get to going with the video. Was that day with Jane Doe, the name. Now, this was a big thing too that a lot of people did not like, and they thought she was being shown favoritism. Is that day she said Jane Doe's name on her video, and it was done twice. And they had already thrown someone out of the courtroom because of that. He had said something on his YouTube channel, and he could no longer come into the courtroom. So a lot of them thought that was not fair, that she could continue to come after she had pretty much said Jane Doe's name. So I do know that was another conflict as well. Lamppost said, I started out watching Tissa, but her dramatics was too much for me. I love Tissa though. Me too. Me too. So it's all about your taste. Okay. Yes, Miss Fat T, you just said yes. Okay, Barbie Doll said she's not for everyone, but some people like her delivery, but don't hate because she got her shine on. She didn't expose no jurors. I never heard anything about the jurors. The only one I heard about was the Jane Doe's name. Yes.
I'll do it again. She gotta stand on 10. She gotta hear this. She gotta hear it. She needs to feel this shit. She gotta feel it. Yeah. She gotta feel it. She gotta feel this shit. Tissa gotta feel this. You lied to everybody. You lied to everybody. Shame you. I rebuke you, you devil. You lied on all these black men. You lied on the black man. You lied on a black man for your platform to gain more followers and money. You lied to your whole platform to gain money. You lied to everybody to gain money. Are you going to give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told? Ooh. Are you going to give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told? You're the mad one. We broke. Me broke? You think I'm broke? I got more money than you. Now they not gonna touch me. You motherfuckers better not put a finger on me up in this motherfucker. You ain't gonna put a finger on me. I'm not touching nobody. I'm not in harm of nobody. I'm not even within 6 feet of you. You're a liar. You are a liar, Tissa. You are a liar, Tissa. Tissa Tells is a liar. She lied to everybody. And she.
Now, I will say one thing when you heard it from her angle, when he said, I'm not broke, one thing that I did not like, excuse me, is when she said, these broke niggas, okay, are mad. These broke what? Now, I can see it. She was saying, you are brokey. But girl, you calling him a broke ninja out there like that? That part I did not like. I'm going to be honest. Okay, and I heard that from her side, her live. Because I watched his and I watched her side when this was happening. She was getting flustered. And sometimes if you get someone flustered enough, they take that professional look and voice off and they will get with you. And I think she felt like, I got to get with him right quick. Okay, because he's interrupting my life. Okay, yes, love and happiness. I think that did happen. It was in a super chat, and that's when she turned the super chats and things off. But they still felt like she said it. And I think it was a second time the name slipped out too after that. So I think that was one of why she got to be the devil, right? Okay. Okay, why would a man go at a woman like this? Yeah, I didn't agree with that. Her commenter named the person, not her. Right. I'm just saying, y'all, what people were saying around that time. Lovely T was on her live and then ghosted her. Oh, really? Wow. This woman beater, he got the right name, Ratchet. She already has subscribers before Diddy. Yes. Now that part, Barbie, too, because people were saying she came up off the Diddy trial. I did not agree with. She already had a large following. She did. He is so annoying. She even lied saying she never talked about a content creator. She just recently talked about Tasha K. Oh, wow. Tasha K, what did Tasha do? Oh, Lord, I didn't know they had beef. Tissa started out being at an anti-bias, once noticed what her viewers wanted. Diddy hate. She went with it just for clicks. That isn't right. Oh, now I have seen some content creators do that. Whatever, regardless of how they feel, whatever their content creators or their supporters want to hear, that's how they go, because they know I better go with this route so that they will come in here and support. I've seen that. Oh, she ran away from a drama. He was yelling but didn't lay hands on her. No, he couldn't get that close. No. Hi, American Forgotten Herbs. She don't like black men. Go and watch her video. I used to pay for her memberships when she first started. I stopped giving her money. I saw she was not fair in reporting. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Grand Rising Ebony, welcome. Thank you, all of you who are joining. Welcome. Some don't consider her black. Okay. Hey, Keisha. Okay, Keisha caught that too. She said, these broke, while a white man was standing right there. Yeah, I did hear that. That was from her live. So her people heard that. I did not agree with that. I'm going to just be honest. That's my opinion. I didn't agree with her saying that. Now, I know he was wrong too. Okay, but I just was like, ooh, okay, this bothers me because he is always trying to bully people. Oh, love and happiness. Hello. Now that's true. That is how people can get and see they're outside of the courtroom. Okay, who knows the people having their cars on their person, all of that. You have to be careful. That is how that stuff went down in Las Vegas too. Okay, you out here calling people out. Don't even know that people, that guy, when he came upon the guy he was recording, the other content creator he was recording, he didn't even have a chance to run. The guy had it in his hand and just pretty much aimed and shot. Okay, so people not playing anymore. They're not playing that game anymore. She even said she hated Puffy. Wow. She needed to upgrade her security team. They look like they might get whooped. That's what somebody said. I was like, I was still talking about they got peanut butter knees.
And she's working for the prosecution. And she was paid by the prosecution. She's a federal informant, and she was paid by the prosecution to tell lies on social media. That's why they got a special little spot for her right here in front of the court building, because she's a fucking liar.
My God.
Tissa telling lies. Tissa telling lies. You don't wear the same wig for 8 weeks. We don't give a damn about that. You don't wear the same goddamn wig for 8 weeks. We don't care about that shit. You don't wear that same dry ass wig for 8 weeks. We ain't doing no tripping out your calling me broke. Calling me broke. You gained your momentum off the Diddy case and the lies you told. You gained your momentum off the lies you told on P. Diddy. Now go back and apologize to Puff family for lying. And Shanquilla Robinson. She hate black people. She don't like black people. Knowing she date white boys. Knowing she do. No offense to nobody white. No offense.
What did I miss?
She's a liar. She's a liar.
Hey, Joe.
Tell your subscribers how you lied. Please tell your subscribers how you lied to them. Please and thank you. Tell your subscribers how much you lied to them. You're going to lose your whole platform with all them lies. She going to lose her whole platform, Armon. Whole platform gone off them damn lies you told. No, we ain't harassing no woman. You the woman who was up here doing all that goddamn lying. You got to be held accountable like Cassie just got held accountable for the lies she told. You ain't no different from Cassie. You ain't no different from Cassie.
I said, now
You
how
another
was
Cassie
Cassie
Ventura.
brought into
I had to do it, Armon.
You have to do that.
Wondering what
Armon said you had to do that. Oh my gosh, y'all. And he did Tissa like that 2 times. Okay. Ratchet TV. And then y'all know Anytime it was a mess. So what he kept saying afterwards was, yeah, I'm gonna be on all of the news stations. It was all kind of people around recording all of that. So I think he thought that that was going to get him viral. He was saying, I know my number's gonna jump. Y'all go ahead and get me up to this number and all of that. So some of this sometimes y'all can be just to get your numbers up, to get the likes, the views, and so forth. Because 2 times you already had just went in on her, but he grew a bigger crowd when he went and told them what he did. Then it added the other lady, because it was a lady and him yelling in the background. Then after that, Gerald goes over there and he was talking mess to Tissa as well. Let me pull up, and she was in the same spot on that same live. Hi Renee, I like Tissa. Stop bugging people who are doing live shows. People got jealous and started hating on Tissa. Okay, he stayed on the wig. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I do believe she is a plant. I gave her a chance. Her commentary was extremely biased. Okay. Let's see. Let me pull up that other short video right quick. And shout out to Harmony Speaks, y'all. She does a phenomenal job on her videos, and she caught the part from Gerald. I didn't realize, because everyone was talking about the part with Ratchet TV, and this is a short part. Ratchet TV. Well, I didn't even know that Gerald from the NCB had gone over there too. Okay. And so let me pull up this little part, because I said, why is everyone on Tissa? She got cornered in her little section. And everybody said the trial is over. Let me go get her. Okay, pretty much.
He's showing his ass. Check this out.
You know what I'm saying? For a living, okay?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Did you see Tissa Tales? You ain't seen her.
Yeah, she's over there.
Oh, where she at? I'm finna go on her, ask her. Oh, here she go right here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Me too, Barbie doll. I'm waiting for them to tell us.
Tissa Tales, what do you have to say about lying on Diddy every day? You came out here and lied on him. We just want to get your reaction. You said he was going to prison. He might be coming home. Just want to get your reaction. What do you think about the RICO?
I think that much like you, the jury had very ignorant, acted ignorant.
You calling the jury ignorant?
No, I'm saying the way you came
She
up
did
with
say.
Well, I've been looking for you because that's what journalists do.
Maybe here I am.
So what do you think about the RICO? What about all of the lies?
I think I'm on live right
Okay,
now.
that's what I thought.
Worry about your little
This is a liar, y'all. This is a liar. I hope Diddy sue your ass. He ain't going to jail for life, baby girl. And your security guard ain't doing a good job. You wasting your money. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're welcome, Kapara.
So Tissa Tales is a liar. She got called out. And y'all know I'm going to do a lot of videos on her to show y'all how bad of a liar she is. So anyways.
Well,
Okay, shout out to Harmony.
Tissa said, well, here I am. Like, what's up? And then Susie asked her the question. She said, you know what?
Harmony has.
She said, I'm gonna lie. I think, because there was a lot of people talking about her in the background about how she lied throughout this whole trial. And I think where that is coming in at, people are saying every day she reported that Diddy didn't have a win. Every day they said she was saying he didn't have a win. I don't know if that's true. I didn't follow her. I didn't follow this trial, so I don't know what she was doing daily. But this is North Carolina Beat. This is his YouTube page, The Baddest Blogger. So y'all can go follow him. And yeah, let me know what y'all think about how he approached Tissa. And I'll talk to y'all.
Okay. Shout out to Harmony Speaks. Okay, so that was two people, two men that approached Tissa yesterday. So it is kind of good that she had the security because I mean, a lot of people are saying it's because of hate, Jasmine. A lot of them were saying they felt that she lied about some things. A lot of people felt that she had preferential treatment, preferential seating when the Jane Doe name was called out twice on her platform. Nothing was done, but there was another content creator that had said something from court that he was not supposed to on his show. He was kicked out of the courtroom. So a lot of people felt that it wasn't fair. A lot of the things she did not, they would not hold her accountable. Because remember, Donat is another content creator. When that happened, he even came onto his show saying that Tissa Tells may get banned from court. But she came live and she told everyone, no, that's not true. That's not going to happen. And she continued to was able to go into the courthouse. Now, he also felt some type of way because after Ratchet TV was doing this, what he said when he tried to do it and go after Tissa, people were saying he was clout chasing, he was hating and all of that, but they weren't holding Ratchet TV accountable or saying all of the things, that they said about him. Her show is not entertaining enough to make anyone jealous, being honest. Oh, okay. Oh, Donat, he still has his show. Yeah, he said he's moving to Twitch. He's mad at YouTube. Yeah, she's against Diddy. Me too, but not like that. Yeah, some people get overly invested. Turn that down, Michael. Some people get overly invested. Is that the one who cursed out the other CC that hates RH because he reminds her of his baby daddy? Oh, yes, that is him, Nina. Gerald, that's the one. Yes. Okay, Tissa was not biased. Okay. So then, y'all, that was one content creator beef that took place on yesterday. Another thing was Gerald versus Armon Wiggins. Y'all, I said, no, wait a minute. Gerald came down here. He getting into it with everyone, but we did not know that there was some things going on. Now, Armon Wiggins was also, before I go into the Gerald versus Armon Wiggins, Armon made headlines yesterday after a baby oil little fiasco that took place outside of the courtroom. Okay. And a lot of people were wondering what was going on because they were putting like Diddy supporters were out there spraying baby oil and things like that on each other. And that did not happen. Okay, so Armon came live yesterday. He kind of talked about that, but then he was a little upset by the people who know him and wanted to tell what happened in that moment. He gave more context around that part. Tissa had 517K followers before the Diddy trial and now has over 600K. Salute to Tissa for putting in the work. Right. Lampo, excuse me, I agree. She already had, it wasn't like she didn't have a lot of followers, like, oh, this boosted her up. She was still doing other work, and had a lot of subscribers and getting a lot of support. So, yeah, I didn't believe that part. Okay. Adrian, what part is not true? Love and Happiness say it must have 20 subscribers. No, he actually has a following too. Probably not as large as Tissa's. Sour Blaze says, so she has connections to have a good seed. How's that lying is her opinion based on how she thinks the trial is going. Explain the actual tea. That's what we're waiting on them to tell us. What lies did they tell? This live is not about me discussing what lies Tissa has told. We're talking about the content creator beef. And that was my question too. We're spectators to all of this. What lies did she tell? Which ones are y'all talking about? Now, I can give y'all some of the things that have been said, but hey, it's their opinion. I have found out that these YouTube content creators are messy, looking at what is going on with other YouTubers. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Why film themselves confronting a woman? Their men around felt the same way. She only read the transcript and voiced her opinion like we all have. Right, right. Okay, she got subscribers because of beauty, not brains. Oh, okay. Now let me go to this next video, and Armon is going to show the video of what he did outside of the courtroom first, and then he gave the context around that moment.
When exploring new credit cards, you should know what you're getting into. With hundreds of offers, credit card.
Oh shit! Hey, this is premium fucking footage. Oh shit!
Okay. So, and apparently, the news and the media, they went and said that people were having a baby oil fight. Mind you, it was a little bottle of baby oil. So people were going and saying that, I think it was on one of those neighborhood watch things or the neighborhood notification. I don't know. It got like 11 million alerts that people were slinging baby oil. It was like this huge thing. The police came out. They started barricading all of this stuff. It was crazy, right? So, at first I was a little bit upset because the headline started to say, oh, Diddy supporters, are, cheering outside for baby oil, right? And at first I was upset because.
And let me pause here for a second and say that I agree with you. Armand is funny. I watch his commentary following the Diddy trial every day. Now, if you are not a supporter of his or really watch him, it's almost like an inside joke. Okay. So Armand is animated. He's entertaining. So he'll even take his shirt off. He will put oil on his body during the show sometimes. And so we all kind of got it. But if you don't know that part, this would have looked a certain type of way. So I am glad that he came on yesterday to give some context around it. Because even me, I was like, why is Armand doing that? I mean, I get it, but why is he doing that outside the courtroom like that? So me as a supporter was a little confused too until he came on and told what happened in that moment. What the heck is going on? Must be Diddy's supporters sagging his pants like that. I told him in the comments too. I said, you were about to lose your pants in anything. Yeah, Tissa, she gonna keep doing her stuff. I got that alert. Okay. Okay. She may be a nice woman, but blabbering on and on doesn't make great content. Uh-oh. Keisha is still going in. Okay. Armand is interested in entertaining. Right. Exactly. Okay. Inside joke or outside joke, y'all. That is coonery. There's a time and place for everything, and that was not the time. Okay. Okay, so let him explain why he did that.
I was like, first of all, this is coming from the press that was inside. And a lot of those people knew me and they knew my platform. And they were out here making it seem like, oh, Armon had to be a Diddy supporter. And it just, doing all that stuff. And I just didn't like it because I'm like, bro, you guys are putting out this misleading headlines that's going viral everywhere. So, but I couldn't control it. So I was really upset about that. But two, I was upset because number one, I was expressing to one of my friends that people were trying to take the fun out of this case for me and my followers. And and y'all know me, I'm in a new light, so I'm not going to crash out, but I had every intention to crash out, but I'm not, just because I don't have to. But the thing was, I felt away because I'm like, you know what? Screw you. F you. Because it's like,
are you feeling stuck with $10,000 or more in debt and all the interest that comes with it? Try National Debt Relief, as seen on the.
Everyone knows. Just yesterday, I was never about being a Diddy supporter. And just, I want to clear something up. If I decided that that's what I wanted to do, I have a right in this country to do so. And no one's going to make me feel like I can't. You get what I'm saying? This is my platform. I spent my money. I covered this trial every single day.
Shout out to Fine Wine for that comment. She said, don't know what the issue is. If you're for Armon, good for you. If you're for Tissa, good for you too. Everyone has different tastes and resonates with whoever they choose. Thank you. Can we keep that frame during this live? Yes. It's not about I'm for this person, fighting for this person. No, we're all spectators looking at this beef between what they got with each other. Okay. So it's just, hey, yes, thank you for that. I'm glad that you put that. So yeah, no one is trying to, dog out the others and saying don't follow them and things like that. It's not that type of party, because we have a lot of each, and I said this in the beginning, some of y'all may not have been in here. If you support any of the creators or influencers that we're talking about today, just come on in. It's not that type of party where we're just going off on each of them. Everyone can still put their opinion, but we are all just spectators looking at this beat, okay, and seeing what is going on. Because some of us that follow them still didn't know that some of these beefs were going on behind the scenes. That's the thing. Some of this is we will see that it has been taking place since years ago, and it came up again. So after this Diddy trial, okay. So thank you for putting that. I appreciate that.
For 60 days doing it. So if I want to support the man on the moon, I can do so. But that wasn't what this was about. This was about the moments that we've created here in this room. What this was no different than me thinking creatively off the top of my head in the moment and doing something for my fans and my people. This had nothing to do about celebrating Diddy. This was more about me, honestly, and doing the more oil, because whenever I'm out at the clubs, whenever I'm out at the bars, if I'm walking down the street, people are yelling, more oil, more oil. And so to me, it's no different than me throwing the oil on myself in here, drop kicking Cassie over here, flinging myself on the bed, coming from behind I've came behind this door every single day for this trial. We went viral every single day for reenactments. Through this whole process of this trial, I've had props. Why wouldn't I have a prop on the last day and do a more oil live in the flesh for the people that were there? I just thought of it in that moment, like, oh my God, we should do a live reenactment of more oil, because this is what we do. But I do understand that the headlines are misleading, and the people that didn't know me, they took those messy headlines, and then it was a trigger. It was a rage bait, and a lot of people fell for it. And so I was a little frustrated by that, but I get it. And so one thing that I learned, that in that situation, you can't let people control your narrative, because I can control my narrative here, but when I'm outside and there's to make it as salacious and juicy and gossipy for their said platform, whatever one that is, and you give them something to work with, then you can't be mad at Armon when the headline is Diddy supporters outside running amok, pretty much. But if you guys really want to know the truth, a lot of people are saying, oh, he ran and dashed away. Well, yes, I ran and dashed away because me and the guy that were actually doing it, it was just supposed to be me and him. Then people started coming because I'm Armon, I guess, whatever. And then the blue hair chick, she's a clout chaser. She's been trying to follow me. You can see her. She's like a knockoff, Auntie Hammy clout chaser. I want to be a Ratchet ghetto spoofy. I don't want to be around that. So I left because I didn't want to go viral with that, because she was always trying to go and be in the camera wherever she seen me. I'm like, I don't fool with that. You get what I'm saying? This is for my people. I was making content for his video because I had been not giving him I hadn't really been giving him content. So I was like, let's just do a little more oil for the people really on the live stream. And so it grew wings of its own for in person. Everybody started pulling out their cameras. It was literally not supposed to be that. So, and so people just were outraged. They took the clips because people were looking for things to, make headlines on. And, another reason why I was upset, I felt like, people made these headlines, but a lot of the reason why the headline was made because people knew who I was. So my thing is this: if you're gonna make the headline, if you want to try to, make it a messy thing about me, say my name. Got a shout out to Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk. At least he said, Armon Wiggins, blah, blah. Like, niggas know who I am. Don't play with me. To try to dumb me down a Diddy supporter is crazy. When you posted the article because you see my face on there. That's that backhanded stuff that I don't like. Like, you want to try to drag me in mess and it's going to be click worthy, but at the same time, you don't want to put my name.
That wasn't him, Marcel. That was Ratchet TV and Gerald Jackson from the NCB.
If you're gonna drag me, put my name on it. But but I also get it too, and I can't really be too upset because the idea is, let's say Diddy supporter, because that baits the rage. So in essence, the true fans that's been here from day one know that I've been covering this trial every day, and we've been using props. We've been using this door like it was a set. We've had oil on set every day. There's nothing different. This had nothing to do. And this had nothing to do about a celebration of Diddy. This was everything to do about the brand and the type of content that we have been creating.
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. When Flash was on there, when he was interviewing one of the ex-workers, and he was trying to describe how Diddy was sitting over in the corner looking at Cassie and Flash about to, engage in sexual activities. Baby, when Armon came out with that hoodie on in those red glasses, to this day, that took me out, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, he has done some funny stuff. He done had his boxes on, like in the, on the comfort of his show. So I get it. Those of you are saying, this is out in the public and it could be disrespectful to the victims of things like that. But he was saying that in that moment, it was only a little oil that the guy had, and he was doing something for his live that he was on. But of course, if people see you out there doing little stuff, it drew in a crowd and people started recording him, and it got bigger than what he thought it was going to get in that moment. Nobody's speaking on the male CCs who were clickbaiting or dragging Tissa for views. Well, some were, Barbie doll. Yes, some people were saying that that's not right, that they are trying to get clout off of her. So I have seen some people talking about that. It may not have been big because Tissa, her platform is bigger, and she was on a live already. So her people heard that. So imagine if she has 15,000 people in there. They're wondering, well, who's over here trolling her, fussing at her and all this in the background. So you would have to have known that this was from the other view, the other side of it. This is who was yelling and so forth. That was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. That part. Shout out to Anita for the super chat. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. And for you being a sponsor for today's live. If you would like to sponsor this live, you are more than welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, cash app, or if you would like to buy your girl a coffee, that link is at the top of the screen. Okay. Yes, I do too. Let's see. I think Tissa handled herself well. Yeah, she did. Now, I didn't like just the part where she said, these broke ninjas are mad. Okay, baby, when she said I said, Tissa talks like that. Now wait a minute, we can't call him on your live like that. Now, Tissa, I didn't like that part. Okay, you could have called him user brokey or what the hell, or something like that. I just didn't like that part. Okay, so hey, amen to the judge in this case. Yes, the judge, he was not playing. I think he was very fair. Tissa had 36K in her check. Oh, it was 36K? Thank you. The luxury bucket list. I didn't know how many. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? So imagine 36K heard that yesterday. Wow. I did not know it was that many at that time. How many of them were directly in the courtroom with Diddy and not the overflow room? Uh-oh. Tatiana, was that a little shade? Was that a little shade? Uh-oh. So, yeah, so that was Armon pretty much explaining the whole situation with the baby oil, giving context as to why he did that. That was Armon Wiggins on that one, Brittany. We talked so far about Ratchet TV versus Tissa Tales. Okay, he was popping off at her, outside the courtroom. Also, Gerald Jackson versus Tissa Tales. Armon was up next, okay? And this part was just him giving context about the whole baby oil situation, okay? He was yelling and harassing her in real time. Yeah, it was in real time. Yes. Let's see, the amount of women celebrating this tells a lot about them. What part, NYC girl? Let's see, he got her out of character a little bit. He did. So little did I know, okay, that Tissa used N-word and think she's not going to get dragged for filth. Stop playing, okay? Yes, Tissa will curse you out. She went off last night on her live. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. She handled herself. She still handled her life well, given the foolishness and ignorance in the background. Yeah, she did. She kept going. She did. What is going on with the other CCs that some people are saying that another CC is lying about certain things? Yeah, that was Tissa. A lot of people were saying that she was lying. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for this live because I need all the tea. You get a subscribe. Oh, thank you, Cash Tube. Shout out to Cash Tube for joining and welcome to the Open Book family. I appreciate that. Okay, hey Tiff. I saw what was the name? Tiff's Tate. That was some out of pocket. Okay, hey Tiff. All right, so let's go on. So little did I know that Gerald Jackson, one of the ones that was getting into it with Tissa, calling her out, also had beef versus Armon Wiggins. Okay, I want y'all to see how all of this is connecting. Okay, and so while Gerald Jackson, he's from the NCB, all of these people I'm talking about, guess what? I support them. Okay. That's why when you talk about stuff like this, it's hard because I am a subscriber to their channels. Okay, now except for Ratchet TV, I told y'all the only way that I knew about Ratchet was because he covered the Michelle Loud case, and I covered that and know her. And so she is the one that told us to check him out because he was doing an interview and talking to her. And so that was the only reason I knew of him. But the others I follow. I'm a subscriber. Okay. Thank you, Coach Mean. Welcome to the Open Book family. I appreciate that. So I just wanted to get that out there. Okay. It's hard talking about these things when you are a subscriber to their channels. But we are spectators. We're gonna let them tell their own stories. All right, so let me pull up Gerald from the NCB. Now, I've been following Gerald for a while. Gerald, to me, is the biggest top roaster that I know. Okay. I used to listen to how he would roast like various people. He used to roast Latrice Allen. It was a lot of different people. And he would do it without taking a breath. And I'm like, my mouth would hang out like, what in the world? Like, seriously. Okay. And so Gerald, I did not know him and Armon had gotten into it back in 2023 when Gerald exposed Armon Wiggins. I didn't know any of this. See, this was pre my time with them. Okay. So let me pull up his video. He was out eating, so he couldn't really get into a whole lot. Okay. But he gave us some of the beef. Okay. We're going to get into it. Roe Ventures, welcome. So with Gerald, some of the beef that we're about to hear about is him versus Armon and more of him versus Tissa. Okay. I'm like, this is crazy. Yes, Terry. Okay. Yes, Terry. Latte World, shout out to her. She was boots on the ground as well. Those of you who are just coming in, I did give a shout out to every content creator, every influencer, every reporter that showed up every day with boots on the ground at that trial. That is not always easy. They were doing it in the sun. They were doing it in the rain. They were doing it when it was hot, cold. New York had some crazy weather. You had crazy people outside hollering at them. You got all this different stuff, the finances that it takes to do that. So I just wanted to say shout out to y'all for doing that and bringing us the tea, the information every day, live, coming home, doing commentary. That takes a lot. So I did do that shout out earlier. I'll do it again if anyone has joined or if anyone is in the bushes that was there. Y'all did a phenomenal job. And I'm just going to say that for everyone, regardless of the opinions of how people feel, shout out to all of those content creators and CCs who were boots on the ground, because I know that that took a lot. Okay. All right. She said, Miss OB connecting all the dots this morning. Just sub to the channel. Shout out for great content and moderation this morning. Thank you so much. You could just call me OB. Look, I'm not that old. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Most CCs creators at the trial have new opportunities, so no one is hating on Tissa, right? Okay, let's continue. Thank you for hitting that like button. That is for free.
This person that he was laying on a blanket with in Central Park, and this Trinidadian girl who thought that she was gonna butt the fuck in, and she got mind your business, little lady. This ain't got nothing to do with you. So, anyways, we get there and Miss Sylvie's like, me and Gerald coming, right, and he was like, who is Gerald? So we park the car, get out the car, and we walk into Central Park. Now, mind you, he got these coochie cutter shorts on, they pink coochie cutter shorts on. He got these pink coochie cutter shorts on, whatever, right? So we walking up or whatever.
Bless him.
And we get up. He looks at Miss Sylvia and he says, oh, I don't fuck with her. I said, bitch, I don't fuck with you either, pussy ass nigga. Now what the fuck you want to do about it, bitch? What the fuck you want to do about it, bitch? No, I'm just saying. I don't give a fuck what you saying, pussy ass fuck nigga. What you want to do about it, bitch? You don't want to do shit about it, right? Shut the fuck up. See, I should have hit that nigga in his jaw when he looked at Miss Sylvia and pointed at me. I started to hit that nigga just like that, but I didn't. I said, Gerald, you in New York, okay? You cannot go to jail up here. So this little Trinidadian ugly ass whore, she sit up here like, oh, what's going on, girl? Shut up. Okay, mind your motherfucking business, bitch. Take your ugly ass back to Trinidad, okay? So, anyways, I said, pussy nigga, what the fuck you want to do? Oh, ain't no problem, it ain't no smoke. I'm just saying, you was online talking shit about me. I was like, now mind you, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot all about the thing, right? He was like, no, you was talking shit about me when I posted something about the Shanquilla case or whatever. And I was like, no, that wasn't you. That was motherfucking Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe was taking my shit and didn't want to give me credit, but he did give me credit or whatever. He was like, no, you was talking shit about me and I don't fuck with people that talk shit. I said, bitch, I don't fuck with you pussy ass powder head, bitch ass nigga. First of all, nigga, all I know is that Tasha K don't like your weak punk pussy ass, you faggot. So I'm roasting this bitch. Now, he don't want no smoke. He trying to duck smoke. He trying to cop please like a motherfucker. Cause I was in that nigga what? Bitch, what you gonna do? Do you want to do something, Armon, or do you not want to do it? So he's sitting up here like his face like he. I don't feel like that's fake of me to be sitting up here and somebody talking about me, and I'm up here being friends with him. Girl, you talk about everybody, powder head. You talk about everybody powder head, powder head. And I'm like, maybe it's the drugs. So anyways, he was like, nah, you know, it's good, it's good. I'm like, okay, we good then. So he was like, take a shot of tequila. So I took a shot of the tequila, whatever. I thought we was good, okay? He gets in my rental car, and we go to this place. It was gonna be the Chop House, but we didn't go to Chop House. I guess they didn't have no money to go to the Chop House or whatever. So they went to some other bar and sat down in there sweaty, musty, with some homeless nigga, okay? And I'm like, damn, Armon is out here laying down with a homeless nigga. And it's like, oh my God, and he's so ugly. I have never seen somebody so ugly in my life. So then we get at the courthouse or whatever, which he being funny, okay? He going around speaking to everybody, what's up, 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 and, you know, skipping over me. Not that I give a damn, but it's the fact that I was just about to run down. I was running down on your bitch ass, you know, about to bust you in your motherfucking shit shooty ones, but you wouldn't square up with me. You kept on talking to Miss Sylvia like he was scared. So, anyways, before we left, he pulled.
You can tell when people have beef with you, because they will do little shady stuff like that. Oh, let me talk to everybody, hug everybody, I'm gonna leave you out. Or they'll talk to everyone in the comment section but you. So this here, he's thinking that they're good. You know, when she didn't tell that that's who was coming and all of that. So I don't know if something went on there, like don't tell him it's me or so, I don't know. But he's thinking they're good until he saw his reaction. Then it made him think back. He's going to tell what happened. Hey, boo. He's going to tell what happened back in 2023 that Armon may still be feeling a way about. Hey, Teron, welcome.
Pulls up the video. He pulls up the video. I was like, oh shit, I did. I forgot you had powder in your motherfucking nose, bitch. So I said, what the fuck you want to do about it, nigga? Do you want to do something about it, nigga, or do you not? What do you want to do about it, bitch? He ain't want no smoke. Ask Miss Sylvia. He ain't want no smoke with me. So I said, okay. So we did everything. I took a shot of tequila. We thought you know what I mean? I thought it was dead. So then we get around the courthouse, right. We get around these people, and he start acting weird. So then people started telling me, they was like, Gerald, what's going on with your Armon? And I was like, who, the powder head? And they was like, what you mean powder head? He said that you was online talking shit about him. So I was like, what? I said, well, yesterday when we was in the park, I checked that nigga didn't do shit. So then I showed them the picture of him with the powder in his motherfucking nose. I'm gonna show y'all the picture in a minute. So I showed them the picture with the powder, and all they could do was, because he wasn't telling people that I was talking about him because he had powder in his nose, that he was snorting lines. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just on live. No, I already paid. Yeah. You know, he didn't want to tell nobody that, you know, that he had powder in his nose and that he was snorting powder and that he had lines in his motherfucking nose. I'm going to roast his ass tomorrow when I get home. I can't really roast right now because I'm in this restaurant. So I didn't say nothing. I paid it. I paid it because I was like, I don't want to go to jail because at any moment I could have punched him in his motherfucking shit and I should have hit his motherfucking ass in the park. You get what I'm saying? And so, I saw Ratchet TV too. Y'all know Ratchet TV, the hood Ratchet TV. He ain't want no smoke with me either. Skinny bitch ass, ugly nigga looking like Finding, looking like Nemo. These motherfuckers are ugly. Like the camera, you know, be having me fucked up sometimes.
Oh
but
my God! Do y'all see? Oh no, let me pause.
Listen.
Now, do y'all see how the dots are connected? Ratchet TV and Armon are friends. Okay, he was even on Armon Wiggins' panel. Okay, so they are friends. Okay, or I think they, you know, even had hung out a couple of times or whatever. So Gerald, though, obviously does not like Armon and Ratchet. I said, wait a second. Now you're talking about Ratchet too? I didn't know all of this was going on behind the scenes. Okay. You can clearly see some of the CC's whole jelly in the heart. Okay. This guy is messy. I was like, wait a minute. You know, I see girls say, oh, he messy. Y'all silly. Okay. Love and Happiness said Gerald act like the 2.0. Oh, so he beefing with Ratchet T. Girl, that's what I said too. Okay, I was like, but wait a second. I'm trying to hear the tea and what was going on. I didn't know it was multiple beefs within a beef. Girl, he was at the trial, and then now he's on his own, on his channel again. He came back. Hi, Mrs. X, welcome. I just cannot. So y'all got to keep up, okay?
Armon fucking skin look like that bitch is boiling. Look like, I'm talking about that shit look like black raisins. Like that shit just burnt. Like he had some, like he tried to do skincare and that shit just burnt his, like these people are ugly as fuck. And the problem, why I should have not fired from his motherfucking ass, because this girl was at the courthouse before I came here falling around here and he was like, I'm gonna knock your ass out. But when I was in Central Park getting ready to whoop your motherfucking ass, bitch, you didn't want no motherfucking smoke. Understand what I'm saying? And see, I had my Stacey Adams dress shoes on today, and let me tell y'all why I did not go live at 5. I went on home. Shout out to Queen Sheba. Shout out to Queen Sheba. So I had my church shoes on, my dress shoes. So somebody had came to me about, I guess they was talking about the Tissa Tell situation because they had recorded, and they came to me. They was like, yo, what's up with you and the dude Armon? This is in the courtroom. I'm like, what do you mean? They was like, I was trying to tell him about you know, pulling up on TV.
Now, wait a minute. Now, y'all hear about that. Now, somebody was, see how it's multiple beefs within a beat. Keep up. Okay. Now, someone had entered into the courtroom to ask him about the Tissa Tells beef, that him approaching Tissa outside. But then in the midst of that, they're asking him now, what's up with you and Armon? It's too many beefs going on at one time. We're trying to keep up. Okay. And they are obviously nosy and messy too. Whoever asked that. Okay. You're messy too. Okay. Armon looks, yeah, I love his smile too. Okay. Ratchet ain't gonna say too much. He's scared them silvers gonna fall. I cannot. Okay, I'm in a group stopping by. Okay, thank you, Nina. Good morning. Not the Stacey Adam dress shoes. Where's North Carolina? Okay. Right. Okay, Miss Fat to you. She said this is like watching CNN versus Fox News. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad looking. I don't see anything wrong. Okay. Diddy gotta get his karma, 10 years in prison, music to our ears. Hi, Diane. Okay.
Tissa Tells, and, you know, trying to get a reaction from her about her line and stuff like that. And she was like, Armon was like, And so I'm like, fuck that powder head, right in the court. I said, fuck that powder head. I don't give a fuck about that powder head. I wanted him to hear me. So they kept pushing court back. It was supposed to start at 1:30, then it went to 2, and then they pushed it to 5. So I said, 5 o'clock, I said, let me drive back to Newark and let me put my motherfucking shorts on and my Air Forces on because I want to beat this bitch ass today. So Queen Sheba came around. I just saw her out of the blue. I saw her.
Not going home to change clothes to fight at the Diddy trial.
And I was like, I want to thump the motherfucking day. She was like, no, brother. We going home. We flying out tomorrow. We leaving. I said, I'm finna go to motherfucking Jersey and put my shoes on because I'm finna beat this nigga on my ass because he's still in this courthouse telling people, talking shit about me. And I'm like, why are you going around telling people not to talk to me? And y'all see on live, people fuck with me, right? He could stop that. That's what he was. The same people that was in his face was fucking with me. So whatever you said about them, it did not work, bitch. And you did not want this smoke. I still want to beat that bitch ass. And I better not see that nigga at no other court case that I attend because it's going to be up. Period. Up. The Luigi case is up, bitch. So you better bring all your home niggas, because you going to need them hoes when I get done with your motherfucking ass. I told y'all I grew up in Alabama. I grew up fighting. We used to fight on the roof of the projects, nigga. Okay? So that's all we did was thump, fight, tear niggas up. Period. So
Okay, so let's see. That was him. Yeah, that was him yelling at Tissa. That was one, y'all that are just coming in. It was two. It was him one time, and then it was Ratchet TV another time. So immature and childish, it appears. Hey, Susan, most of the men were upset with Tissa simply doing her job and supporting those she feels are victims. Tissa wasn't beefing. Okay. Yes, I don't hear her beefing with them, but they have some beef with her. Shout out to Michelle Miller. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Okay, yes, his channel name is the North Carolina Beat, and I'm not going to play this video in its entirety. Let me pull it down for a second. I do want to show y'all the part that where he was talking about the Tissa situation, because I want y'all to watch the full video on his channel. Dreamy Girl, are you still in the chat? Can you put Gerald's channel in there? Armon, Tissa. Well, those are the main three I have up. And Ratchet TV, because I did show a part of his live too. Yeah. Shane did 10 years for Diddy's. Shine did 10 years for Diddy's lives. He will do the same 10 years for Diddy. Okay. He did. I mean, seriously, y'all, if you think about that, even that situation. Okay. So I still, yeah, because y'all going to have to watch that particular video in its entirety, because y'all, it gets even more interesting. Let me go to the part where he brought up Tissa. Okay. Shout out to everyone just joining. Make sure you hit the like button. That is for free. Also, if you would like to support this channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, cash app, which is scrolling on the screen, or purchase a copy, and that is pinned at the top. Thank you so much for joining.
Jacqueline, I got your full name. Bitch, you've been hiding your full name, hiding where you stay. And the people don't call it the baddest blogger to find out where you are. You know, everybody out there with no security. She the only one that got security. She didn't have security for the first day, I don't believe. You know, but she got scared. She was telling them lies. And the more, every day her security came, the more lies she told. The more lies she told. Hold on. Tissa tell motherfucking lies, or you gonna get roasted, Tissa tells. And I don't care about your followers, girl, because I'm gonna eat their ass up with you. They gonna be like, oh my gosh, leave her alone, let her go, let her head go. No, not letting you go. Coming out there dressing up like you going to a Diddy party. Y'all ain't see them high skirts. I'm like, damn. I bet if a man tried to say, oh, you look good, she might run into that and try to say he tried to grope her or something. That's how bad of a lie. I'm talking about a dangerous liar. When I say she a dangerous liar, I mean, that's a bitch you wouldn't want to date, and now she would have your ass put in jail. Okay, let me see. Look at this right here. Look at this. This was January 5th, 2023. 2:56. Hi, Gerald. My name is Tissa, and I'm a fellow YouTuber. I've been watching your coverage of Shanquella Robinson case from the beginning, and I'm a big fan. Get that right there. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, Mr. Jackson. Your in-depth coverage and interview style is unmatched. I would love to have you on my channel for an interview style sit down where we discuss the case up to this point, your opinions, and anything else you'd like to talk about. Please let me know if this is something you're interested in. Please find a link to my channel below. Looking forward to hearing you. You a big fan, huh? Uh-huh. Let's say if you're a big fan when I roast you down to the ground. Girl, I'm gonna roast you so bad, Tissa tells, girl. Tissa tell lies, girl. We won't even, all they gonna remember is these roasts and how bad of a liar that you are. So, y'all, I just want to come up here. I was having me a little drink at the bar because I felt like I did a little bit of good work this week. Of course, Diddy bail was denied. They said it was really intense in there. And once we get the transcripts, I'll have more for y'all on that. She a clown. She was selling, yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. She even talked about, she even said that Diddy's sons were his first victims. And it's like, what
Shout out to Healing Hearts for the $20 super chat. She said, fan character bouncing their heart-shaped ponytail with stars in their eyes. Okay. Thank you so much, Healing Hearts, and for being a sponsor for today's live. If you too would like to be a sponsor, go ahead and send a super chat, and we will shout out your channel name. For those of you who would like to be sponsors. Also, Dreamy Girl, the moderator, she is putting those channels into the chat. If you would like to tune in and watch the entire videos from their channels as well. Thank you, Louise. Welcome to the Open Book family. Thank you all for subscribing and hitting that like button, which is for free. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Brandy. Brandy said, good morning. It be our own people. Like bloggers said yesterday, had it been Nancy Grace, a white woman going live outside that courtroom, she wouldn't have gotten ran or nor talked about. Okay. Yeah, we were still waiting on what lies. I'm still waiting on that part too, because I'm trying to see too, just like y'all. He's lying. She had security day one. He definitely salty. Show us the footage, please. Tissa is disgusting. Now that he roasting a fan of his. Not that he roasting a fan of his. Tissa gets super excited. She is professional, has something special these haters don't have. Hate on our own. Welcome, Magnum. I see you. Shout out to Healing Hearts again for the super chat. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. And for you being a sponsor for today's live. She bothered me when she said his kids were his victims. Okay, Erica P. See, I didn't hear that live. I didn't hear that part. Wow. Yeah, they do talk about Nancy Grace. Yeah, they really do. Okay, I have heard that.
Proof do you have of that? Like, she wasn't even telling lies. She straight up slandered and defamed this whole family. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because he's on trial does not mean he cannot sue you, Tissa tells, for lying on his family. I mean, she still got a video up right now that Dejanay is in jail. Dejanay Jackson is not in jail.
No, she isn't.
And because she has so many followers, her lies get out fast. You get what I'm saying? She gonna tell the people she gonna tell the people I was mad because Diddy once let me suck his dick, and I'm like, and girl, you're mad because Diddy don't want that dirty pussy at the freak offs. So me and her had an altercation inside the courtroom by the elevators, and I told her, I said, girl, so, you is sad, and I'm gonna roast you down to the ground, and you know how I get down. I wonder what Jermaine got to say about this. Does Jermaine know? And not only that, they said that on Ratchet TV, matter of fact, if you go to her live, everybody was yelling at her. Everybody was calling. They was roasting her wig. They was roasting her down to the ground. Because you really coming. What's wrong with reporting the truth? Some days you're going to have prosecution, going to have good days. Some days the defense is going to have good days or bad days. What is so wrong with coming out and saying, hey, y'all,
right,
the defense did good today. Like I did, hey, y'all, the prosecution really laid into Diddy. And it's like, what's so hard about reporting that? Everything that she say about Diddy be lies. And then she says she reads from the transcript. No, the fuck she don't. We literally see her. Like, I'm literally beside her some days. And girl, the transcript, we don't get the transcripts until late around this time. What are you talking about? But I'm gonna get her tomorrow. She's gonna get roasted and toasted down to the ground when I get back in the Baddest Vlogger studios. Okay?
Y'all got comments. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Aunt Carol. A lot of my followers from New York.
But Brandy
came and seen me.
Let me pause. You know what? I think she would have, to be honest. Some of those people don't care down there in New York like that. Baby, just like they were standing back yelling at Tissa, they, depending on what Nancy Grace said, they would have been standing and recording and yelling at her as long as they're not up on her or touching her, anything like that. I mean, it is kind of freedom of speech. If the cops came out there and intervened, that would be different. But I think some of them would have, to be honest. That's just my opinion. When he said dirty, seems like they worried about how many subs she has. Nancy Grace will get dragged too, right? That's what I'm saying. I think she would. Tissa does have a man, and he does have a security around her. Yes, I do recall that. I would have too. Okay, if my man wanted to pay for security, thank you. Because obviously she needed it yesterday. Okay, she needed it because everyone was approaching her. I think if she did not have security in that little barricade, they would have gotten closer to her and recorded her response and things like that. I do think that would have happened. She was biased with her reporting, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see. Janice Combs is where Diddy got that behavior. Hello, Barbie doll. I've been peeping that, okay, for a while. Let's see here. Let me go to the end because sometimes y'all I get behind the comments. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like. Let everyone know we are live. Ratchet ain't out of line. Tissa needs to stop lying all the time. Can someone tell me, because I'm one of the ones that's wondering which lie. Can someone tell me in the chat what lie do you think that she has told that we are not aware of? Because there are others in the chat that would like to know as well. Okay, we have 259 likes, 686 watching. Let's hit the like button. It is nothing to hit that. It is for free. Thank you so much. And thank you, Cassie. I appreciate that. She is a queen, ladylike, 100% Diddy is a monster like his mama. Hey, Donat, welcome. Tissa tells us a liar. I was demonized for calling her out during week 2. Okay, Donat, can you let us know? Because a lot of us were wondering, like, give us some examples of what she was lying about. I'm curious, and there's some other people in the chats, but thank you so much for tapping in. Let's see. I appreciate Tissa standing up for victims. Okay, women fought for equal rights. Okay, so take it like a man. This is why women and men are not equal. Janice Combs cannot be the blame for her grown son's behavior. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, someone said she lied on another CC for leaking Jane Doe's name. However, she was the one that leaked it and got called out, timestamps and all. She is not innocent. Okay, now that part, yes, because it did happen. And it was through a super chat when someone put it into the super chat and she said it. And then she took the super chats off so that they could no longer do that. But someone said she slipped up again after that. And many people felt like, because I believe that Knot was the one where I had first heard that Tissa Tells was going to be banned from court. And I'm like, well, what happened? You know? And so, because another person was banned because of something they said allegedly on their channel. So a lot of people thought she was not going to be able to go back into the courtroom. So some people felt away when she was able to go back into that courtroom. Okay. All right. Let me get to the last part of this part.
You remember I was telling y'all a lot of people was complimenting me and my eyelashes and my skin and my eyes.
Hey, here's another alleged lie from Trey G.
Y'all saw it on camera today. None of them hoes was getting compliments like me. When I walk in the room, everybody looks because I demand it. It's just on me, bitch. It's just they be like, who was this? Oh God. Even the female marshals was flirting with me. They was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't do no cougars. I don't do no cougars, baby. But it's like, you know, they be envying, hated, like hating because I look better than them. Such an Armon. That's why he was really mad. See, ugly people don't like to hang out. Ugly people that think they fine don't like to hang out with fine niggas like me because they know they ain't gonna get no play. Ain't nobody gonna talk to them. Ain't nobody gonna give them no number. They intimidated.
Yeah,
You know what
you
I'm saying?
weren't.
They're also intimidated also because I don't have to do as much work as they do and I still make more money. Them hoes are no savers. Them bitches is standing.
Gerald said he still make money. Okay, shout out to Healing Hearts for the super sticker. She said lemon character doing shoulder shimmy dance. Healing Hearts, what are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Okay, so look, child. A lot of people, and y'all make sure y'all check out Gerald's channel. Dreamy Girl did put all of those channels into the chat because there was more to what he was saying for those of you who want to see it in its entirety. But y'all, there's obviously a lot taking place with different content creators that we all support, okay? Or you may support one and don't support this one. Sometimes you support all of them. And so they have their own things sometimes going on behind the scenes. Oh my God, he is capping like an MF. Okay, hey Tabby, I didn't see your name come through. Welcome, sis. Okay. Oh, there's Tabby. Okay. Yes, let's see what y'all saying. Yeah, I'm hearing that, Rhonda. Allegedly. I don't know that story, y'all. Y'all are saying that, but I don't know that story. Like I said, I really was not a supporter of his. I had never known about his channel. It's okay to be jealous of Tissa. She's moving up and she deserves it. Tatiana said, a lot of y'all don't know the difference between speculation and lies, and we can tell. Okay. And you know, you really have to be careful with putting things out as fact if you are not for sure or if it has not been proven. Really, everything was allegedly because he had not been convicted. Okay, so we're guaranteeing it's going to be this, then people will say you're a liar. Okay, if it wasn't that. So you have to be careful on putting stuff out as fact, and then it comes out that it's not. Now that could be another reason too, why people are saying that as well. But her followers are, you know, boosting, and she's going up. Yes, exactly. And let me just say again, for those of you coming in, the ones especially that are on that thumbnail, I am a subscriber of all of their channels, so it's not to play anyone against anybody, but it is to highlight that there were obviously content creator beef surrounding, okay, outside of this courtroom, okay, and during this trial there were some things taking place. We just put some dots and connected some dots this morning. Okay, she was still ladylike. Okay. Hi, PHX Book Girl. Welcome. Yes, I see state charges coming. I was wild years ago and did some, okay. Federal first, soon as released, state was there to pick me up and charge me. He's gonna wish for Fed time. It was way better. Oh, that's a good point. Thank you for sharing that and welcome. Can't wait for Diddy to get his 20 years. Bail denied. Boom. Hey, Sabrina, welcome. Thank you for joining, sis. Hey, Nicole, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, now a lot of people were for Diddy, and a lot of people, I mean, getting that time. Sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Getting that time, and some people were saying it's a stretch. You know, he should have gotten out of jail. The judge will, and just to kind of give y'all an update, if you did not know, the sentencing hearing is kind of already scheduled for October the 8th. However, they want it pushed up sooner. So they are going to have a remote hearing next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time to discuss possibly moving the hearing up so that he can see about, you know, how much time he's going to have and so forth. He thought he was going to get out of jail yesterday, But yeah, that was quickly smushed. The judge said Bill did not, so you still have to go back to your cell. He was not too happy. They said his eyes got big, his mouth was wide, and yeah, he wanted to talk to the judge one on one. I've never seen that happen. So I don't know what he thought was going to happen if he got back there one on one with the judge. You cannot, I don't know, hey, bribe him or sweet talk him. This one was not playing. He was pretty much trying to stand on business, and he gave the defense back their own words. That was one thing that stopped him from getting out yesterday. He basically said, well, Mr. Mark, okay, you stated that there was violence, okay, that he was violent. So now you're wanting me to release him, pretty much paraphrasing. Okay. He was like, no, you said that. So he kind of, I bet they were mad at him, like, see, your fault that he couldn't leave today. So whether they had plans and Roots Chris, or they couldn't even go out to eat with Diddy yesterday, he had to go back to the jail cell. So now we'll see how this is going to go. But yeah, that's where they are in this. So it's not completely over as far as, like, we know what the verdict is, but we still have the sentencing phase to kind of see what they're going to do about that next week. So that part is coming up. A lot of people invested too much time in hating on Diddy to stop now. Okay. Oh, was it October 3rd? Okay. I thought it was the 3rd or the 8th. Thank you, Jessica. I knew it was October at the beginning. I was like, oh, that's a long way. Yeah, 2 to 5 years in your opinion. Okay. Entitlement. Am not a Diddy fan. Any sentence is better than none in my eyes. Okay. Tissa is always smiling and happy. They are bad energy. It's 2 counts, max 10 years each. He can't get 25 years. Right. Evidence does not matter to a lot of Black people. Woo, y'all are, man, y'all a tough crowd. Cut Combs will be the new normal. He better get with the baby oil group. Okay, get Johnson and Johnson. Better get some ads out here, do some promo or something to try to get those funds up again. He gonna have to rebrand again. Go get Fundsworth. See if Fundsworth can come and help you rebrand again, like he did after that last incident with the gun with J-Lo. J-Lo got gone, but you know, hey, Shine got gone. Okay. And he revamped and rebranded. So he gonna have to do that again with the fire hose. Jackie B, you silly. Oh my God. Certain people you do not invite into your circle. Now that's, hey, now that there. Now if it's state charges, I don't think so. And even if it's federal, the thing of it is, like, me personally, if I was Trump, I wouldn't waste a pardon on someone that wouldn't have a long time. Like if he's given 5 to 10 years, hey, go ahead and sit that out. Okay. Now, as opposed to someone that has the death penalty or life in prison or something like that, then yeah, I could see a pardon. But for this and some prostitution charge, I would not waste my pardon on that. Okay. No, sir. Yeah, justice for Cassie. Okay. He is only guilty of assault and domestic violence. He never forced them girls to participate in any of the freak offs. Both Cassie and, we're going to say, Jane Doe engaged in freak offs when Puff wasn't there. Now, that is true. And that was one thing that I think messed their case up too. Not just with Jane Doe, but with a lot of the women. They play on those women's emotions, in my opinion, and really got them to say, well, yeah, you know, he's a good guy. Or, you know, look, okay, if he did you wrong, hit you, beat you, did all this, forced you to do all that, I wouldn't have anything nice to say about him. So yeah, that part there, girl, Fundsworth need to come help him rebrand. Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate everyone for joining. Okay, Sherry, welcome. Girl, you're gonna have to watch the replay. Okay. Look, you are 2 hours late. He has plenty of now. He can sue all the broke people from lying and break your pockets with attorney fees. Okay. E-Rock said Diddy is getting out in a few months max. People in the chat are going to be crying when this happens. Cassie is not innocent, I agree. It's some stuff, y'all. If this live was about that, I would definitely go into depth. But yeah, it's some things I could say about that. And yeah, I read Cassie transcripts and had a different perspective. Right. Wrong witnesses. I agree. Because Grand B, I must say, I was waiting on some real hardcore evidence. If you're going to come at someone like Diddy, you better have your evidence locked. I mean, they were almost showing the same stuff over and over. We got tired of the baby oil stories, the freak offs. Like, what evidence do you have for the RICO? That's what I thought they were about to really, really bring it, but they did not bring it like I thought they would. I really thought they were going to bring it. And so it is what it is now. They probably will watch him and things, but yeah. If you would like to show support, Dreamy Girl just put various ways into the chat. Thank you, those of you who did show support, and thank you to everyone who came in, whether you were in the bushes. Make sure you hit the like button. That is for free. Also, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you all so much for joining. And until next time, have a blessed day. Peace out.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.